Gotta get hydrated, man. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to the Trading Show. My name is David. I'm joined with the Savant. What's up, bro?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
You know what Savant is?
I don't really know, but it sounds cool.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm joined with Brendan. If you're not familiar with, I know you didn't see his face, but you heard his voice. It's the man speaking from above. Okay, let's start with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's been on a little bit of a, let me go ahead and share my screen here. Bitcoin's seeing a little bit of a rally. You can see his local bottom here on the wick, 85,122. This is on the 15-minute time frame for Bitcoin. If you go down to the 5-minute, you can see Bitcoin is flagging a little bit. We can zoom this in. And guys, the easiest way, right, if you're like, there's too many indicators, yada, yada, just take your Fibonacci, go into settings, and just and freeze your frame right here, okay? Just have these on. Have your 236, your 618, your 0, your 1, obviously. Have your gold pocket, 65, 618, your 0.5, and your 786. Take the move, right? If it's cleared a high, which is this one. Now it's cleared two highs now, okay? On candle closes. It cleared this high and it cleared this high, okay? Pushed up to at around 86.5. And then draw your Fibonacci from the wick low of when the move started to the wick high where the move ended. And identify your 50% fib level. And you can see how perfectly it tapped, okay? And if you were to get in on this trade here, that's a 0.6% move on the very low time frame.
Yeah, it's a good move.
And if you're trading, obviously with high margin, you're going to make money. With high leverage, you'll also make money, although you got to be careful with trading high leverage. But this is looks like to me, a little bit of a bull flag that is, I think it's looking to break out right now. Let's take a peek. Let's draw our beautiful lines. I would call this actually more of a bull pennant. Same idea, except the pennant, obviously, that flag is more symmetrical. A pennant, you start seeing the pattern shrink towards the end. And so could we get one more test down here? You have some confluence here with this support level at around 86,054 and where price currently bounced. And if we were to draw this move out, hey, if this move happens, right, what would be the measured move to the upside? And well, we're talking about, and we have confluence here as well, our VWAP, our third VWAP band, our middle VWAP band sitting at 87,629. This measured move would take us up to 87,737 on Bitcoin on the 5-minute time frame. And so I expect this move to play out. We'll see what happens. You can see we've kind of broken above this pennant here. We're playing a little tug of war right at this trend line at the top end of this pennant. So can we see a move up to maybe the one level, right? 86,540. Come back down, retest. That's where our 236 level is as well, depending on maybe we get that retest. If we get that retest over the next 10 minutes, we'd find confluence there at 86,213. And so if you're looking to trade this breakout, you can try to trade it now, but you'll be front running it. I think the better play here, wait for the move up, a retest 86,213, and then get into a long and have your TP set just under 87.7. And let's take a peek at, so you enter here. Let's say you put your target right below, you put your stop loss. We're going to give ourselves room for a wick. So this would be a 4.5 to 1 trade, right? You get in at 86.2, you get out at 86, what was that? 87,520, and your stop loss is sitting at 80. Where's the stop loss? 86,054. It's a 4.5 to 1 trade on a Bitcoin long. Now, I wouldn't stay in this trade for too long because I think the overall macro trend, if you go out like to the 1 hour or lower, or 1 hour or higher, let me get rid of that. We'll get rid of these. We'll get rid of those. And let's get rid of those as well. You can see we are still in a downtrend. I mean, for me, on the hourly and above, we need to clear this low here. Let me go ahead and change the color. Let's go yellow on this one. Let's make it thick because we like them thick, right, Brendan?
Okay.
88,141 would be the level that I want to see Bitcoin cross above before we could talk about a change of structure as far as downtrend to uptrend. That's kind of what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. Are you seeing anything else on BTC, man? Any trades you're looking, and what's your kind of bias or on Bitcoin?
Personally, my bias is bearish. I think everything's bearish right now because of Bitcoin. So for me, I would be looking for. I mean, that trade setup looks really nice, actually. I like that, but it also out of that pennant, it could break. It also out of that pennant in that 5 minute, it could break down through the pennant, right? So it could break down, and this is an area of resistance that it did not, or support that it did not tap. So it came down, wicked down, and now it's going kind of in an uptrend, which is fine, and that's what Bitcoin usually does. But tomorrow or later tonight, when Asia market opens, we could see a big push down to the downside. So me personally, bearish setup would be nice. I would be looking actually to ride that breakthrough down past this, down to the bottom of this resistance box. So that breakthrough, instead of up, like you were talking about, that measured move up, I'd be looking for that measured move down. Do you think you could pull up what that measured move would be if it broke down?
If it broke down, what are you on, the 5 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can look at the 5 minute and you can say, well, this kind of looks like, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Charts are in the eye of the charter. Such a bad analogy, but whatever. So you can look at this and say, well, this is kind of a bear pennant, no? And that measured move on this bear pennant brings us down to 81.7.
Yeah.
So you can play that game as well. And if you go out to like the 30 minute, you kind of have the same thing, right? It's more of a bear pennant than a bull pennant. Either way, I think you can make money both ways. You can make money riding that thing up and then just reverse your position and short it down.
Yeah.
I don't know if I short it all the way down to 81.
But definitely could make a little bit of margin out of that.
Yeah,
a little bit of profit out of that. Yeah. Set your TP for whatever's comfortable for you. I mean, probably something, definitely not all the way down to the 81 level, and then have a trailing stop loss. So you could hit that 81 level if it gets all the way down there, or you could get your easy profit stop out, and that's perfectly fine too, because you're still making money. Everything's good. That's what I would do.
Yeah, and honestly, guys, there's, and I've said this before, there's nothing wrong with just scalping $300-400 at a time, $200-300 at a time. If you think about that, if you're trading, if you put in a few trades every day, you'll lose some. Obviously, you'll win some. If 20 days you can come out with $300 and you can minimize your losses to less than $150 a day, you're making money.
Well, yeah, if you can set yourself up to lose trades. Magic was talking about that, and that's something that has actually been sticking with me. You guys see all the trades that I make usually when I'm talking about them. They're 1 to 5 or 5 to 1, 5 to 1. So then when I'm losing, like for instance, me and David were just talking about it. Friday, I had a bad trading day. I had a couple losses, but I'm still in the green on whatever account that I'm trading on my Bitunix account, on my whatever it is. I'm still in the green on that account because I'm making those 5 to 1 trades. So I'm setting myself up to lose that one, right? I make 5. If I lose 1, I still am in the green right there. So like Magic says, like, this is what I do. Set yourself up to lose.
To be able to handle the losses.
Yeah.
That's great advice. Okay. Let's talk about, let's go through the markets real quick. ETH under 3,000. Let's take a look at an Ethereum chart here. ETH, I want to start ETH on the 4-hour. A lot of blood diamonds flashed on the altcoins last night. And I put this post on X on Friday. I thought Bitcoin would rally up to 93. It didn't, but it did push down. Obviously, it didn't quite get to 92. It got down to 95, or excuse me, 82. It got down to 85.1. We could still get some downside. But you can see here, essentially a double bottom here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, at around 29.01. And so expect to see another bounce, although this bounce is what you want to see, right? This was a 20% bounce from the low. Will we get that again? I don't know. The bounce currently sits at, let's go ahead and measure that bounce. The bounce currently sits at around 1.5%. If we lose 2,900, you can see it's pretty much a dead zone in terms of volume until you get to around 28.27, which is where ETH fell. It started to rally a little bit and ultimately came all the way down to 2,700 before seeing that massive rally. We are technically still, I mean, if you draw this line this way, we have some way to go to keep this, I guess you can say the higher lows intact. We're talking about, depending on where this thing comes down to, around 28.87. We have some room to run there on a close. Not on a wick, on a close. And if it could stay above, I would expect a bounce. If you are going to trade this bounce, please, for the love of God, have your stop loss like less than 1% below this trend line.
What time frame is that you're on? 4 hour?
This is on the 4 hour on ETH.
Okay.
If we keep that trend line and we go down to the 1 hour, I mean, you can see, I mean, just perfectly coming into the zone here, tapping it, and this putting in essentially a reversal candle here on the 1 hour. This is a hammer candle. You want to call it what is that? A dragonfly doji? Dragonfly doji. You can call it a hammer, whatever you want to call it. This is typically a reversal signal, very bullish. If you think about this in terms of, well, what were people trading this session here on the 1 hour? The bears tried to crush the chart, and the bulls came in and closed price above where it opened. That is very bullish. And then you follow that up with, I don't know, is this a Morningstar candle? I got to take a look. I haven't seen Morningstar in a while. But this is good. But you can see on the way back up, we met resistance at our VWAP band, which is around 29.67. Now, for me, when I look at a chart like this, I'm not looking to short this chart. I'm actually not looking to long this chart either. I want to see what it does. Can it reclaim this VWAP? If it does, I'll be looking to ride it back up to around 31.25. That's where your high volume node sits. You can see what price did in this range over the weekend. It just chopped.
Yeah.
Right? It just chopped from Friday at 8 in the morning. We had a little bit of a rally. If you want to extend this thing out until the time where it kind of fell, Monday, 6 a.m. When we talked about that last week, the market open dump.
Yeah,
every Monday,
every single Monday.
Well, it happened again, and so bias-wise on the 1 hour, I think I'm a little more bullish on the bias on ETH. Obviously, same with Bitcoin, but for me, it's no man's land until you start going into the very low time frames. You can start scalping some smaller profits, like ETH here. Right? It cleared this high. Great. Now it's consolidating. What will the next move be? I bet you the next move is up to around 29.67. Okay?
I agree.
That's not a massive move, but if you're using high margin or high leverage, you can make some money there. 5 minute. Looks good too. 5 minute. This is the 3 minute.
On the 1 minute, if you guys wanted to use the strategy that I use, if what me and David are saying is correct about the move up, it will break through this trend line right here. And this would be the change of character point, 2,954.74. And then it would hopefully obviously make a fair value gap. And then you could enter off that fair value gap and push it up. Obviously, it's in an uptrend right now, but that doesn't mean you can't get in to the uptrend at a different time than just right here. So for me, this is a trend line right here. It's making a little bit of a downtrend, which is okay. But I think that obviously with what me and David were just talking about, that it will make a push up and you can make some money longing ETH.
Yeah, don't try to. Just stop trying to time the bottom.
Yeah,
stop trying to time the bottom and the top. Wait for a confirmation, then get in. You'll miss out on some profits, but you'll save yourself a lot of money getting into wrong trades at the wrong time. Okay, let's look at the crypto bubbles on the daily. The biggest losers: Midnight down 10%, Aster down 10.8%, Aerodrome down 8.3%, Ondo. I want to take a look at an Ondo chart. Also, if there's anything you guys want us to take a look at, please throw it in the chat. Ondo is interesting. There was some news. We didn't get to share it during the morning show, but they are integrating with Solana, which is I think it's big news. I think it's bigger news for Ondo than it is for Solana. In my opinion, obviously, it's big news for both. Where's my Ondo chart? I could have swore I had it here. Okay, let's pull up Ondo on Coinbase. Let's go crypto, Ondo. There you are. 40-cent Ondo, man. My God. Let me clean up the chart here a little bit. Let's go get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of those, and get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. I'm just going to zoom out to the week. I mean, this is a, you look at charts like this and you're like trying to find the resistance level support. Okay, so I'll just draw a box. Let's go from bottom here to top here. So this would be your ideal buy zone for Ondo, which we're approaching. This is between 30.4 and 38.339 cents. For Ondo, I think anything in this region for a longer term hold, if you're bullish on the project, is a good idea. This wick here, before we rally, this was by the way, a 77% weekly candle. But we got a wick down and we bounced. We haven't had a wick down here yet, and looks like we might get a candle close in this area. Outside of that, guys, past 30 cents, I mean, we're talking about like when the crypto started trading, the opening price of when it entered the market, at least on Coinbase.
Yeah. Which
open was 30 cents even. So if you're bullish on the project, now this is something that if you're looking at these levels around the trading aside, but just looking to maybe swing it or buy and hold for maybe a 30, 40% move, you can 2x this thing if you get in at around 37.5 cents and you run it up to the VWAP, you can 2x your money, right? Run it up to that VWAP upper band at around 75.9 cents. So there's money to be made here. It's just, do you believe in the project? What are you seeing on Ondo on the micro, excuse me?
Let me zoom out here because I was looking at what you were looking at. Yeah, it's just trending down. So me personally, my trading, I would take this. This is the trend line right here. Boom. Okay. Pushes past this trend line. Gives me a change of character, right? We got one right here, actually, right? There was in a little bit of an uptrend, right? Boom. Trend line right there. If we were to hit this when it made its first move down, boom, change of character, fair value gap. I mean, there's not really a fair value gap there, actually, right here. But yeah, for me, on this 1 minute right here, I think you can make money just letting this come down. I don't have any reason as to why. And also, you could do what David is saying, because I agree that it's going to go down there and it'll shoot back up. So if you want to make this small amount of money down, or this small amount of money from here down to what, 37? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 38, 37.
Yeah, 37, 38. Okay. And then catch the reverse up to the upside, flip your position over. Yeah, sounds good. Or you could just wait for it to come hit that 30. It'll make a downtrend movement. And so you'll be able to make a trend line. And then you'll still be able to use the strategy that I use. And then obviously it'll make a different trend than that. But you could wait for the breakthrough, the change of character, for value gap, and then you'd be able to enter the trade and obviously ride it up to wherever it would ride up to. You just have to find a target, a key level of resistance resistance or anything like that.
So I saw someone in the chat put ICP. ICP is like Ondo. It's at another level. Let's put a horizontal on the weekly here. Let me get rid of my volume. I mean, guys, it's a lot of projects are here. It's just a matter of, do you believe in them or not? Do you believe in ICP or not? Do you believe in Caffeine AI or not? Because every time prices come down here, excuse me, this was back in September of 23. ICP rallied 600%. More recently, in October of this year, ICP rallied 220%, and that is where we are right now on the weekly time frame. Taking a look at market cipher B, nothing to see there. Let's throw a market cipher A on here. Ooh, blood diamond on the weekly, interesting. Okay, so let's keep that level. Let's zoom out to the daily. Even these micro bounces, right? It's a 20% move.
Yeah.
This is a 15% move. This was a 15% move. And so ICP, you know what? Actually, I think ICP might be prime for a long here. Let's take a peek.
I was thinking the same thing.
So this is the 4 hour on ICP. Let's see if there's any bullish divergence here. A little bit of bullish div, depending on where this candle session closes. Or you have your higher low, your lower low here on price action. So we should see a push to the upside And where I'd be targeting here on ICP, if you do get into a long here, is I target right before we hit, I would target this candle here, 316.9. So if you were to wait to get down here, the wick, you get up to the last candle open, that's a 6% move. That's pretty good. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So 299.8. Let's go ICP. So we're using Bitunix. If you guys want to support the channel, there's a link in the description. ICP. Let's go isolated. Yes. We're going to go 12% or 12x long. We're going to go 2.989. We're going to put 500. And we're going to do TP at 316.5, 3.165. And we're going to put our stop loss at 2.961. Let's go 2.961. So that is a 6-to-1 trade, a little more than a 6-to-1 trade. We're going to go limit order 2.989 on ICP, 500. We're going to open another long, confirm, yes. So now we have an open order here on ICP. And if we hit our TP, that's a $350 trade in the books.
Yeah.
We'll see if it taps in or not.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm on the 30-minute here on ICP, and there's a level of support right here that it came down, pushed out, and made a big move to the upside. I mean,
that's lower than my entry though. Where's that at?
That's your entry. A little bit lower, 2.966.
Okay, my stop loss is just right there.
Yeah, so it already went into it and pushed out. So or it's making a move up. So it tapped into it, it wicked and closed actually into it. So I'm thinking that it's just going to keep moving. I think it'll tap you in and just continue to move up because that's exactly what it did over here. Made a little bit of consolidation and then pushed straight out. So I think you should be good on that trade. That's a good trade.
Yeah, we'll see. And also, we have copy trading available too on Bitunix. If you just search this up by Sin City, you'll see it. Midnight is an interesting one. I'm curious. Those of you that are in the chat, have you claimed your Midnight token airdrop? Put a 1 for yes, put a 2 for no. I want to take a peek at Aerodrome. Aerodrome is a project that I like as far as a longer term hold. But from a price action standpoint, let's start on the daily. 51.3 cents. Guys, here's another one. Just like ICP. Let's see if just like ICP, there's some bullish divergence here as well. No bullish div here on Aerodrome like we saw with ICP. But you're still seeing it approach a pivotal support level, 51.345 cents. If I need to remind you, as you can see it on the chart here, we had a 2x from the last time Aerodrome was down here back in June of 2025. That's on the daily time frame. You can see Aerodrome putting in lower lows. I do expect this thing to reverse, man, but I'll keep my eye out on market cipher B. We'll see if money flow changes over from red to green. Let's go ahead and throw on our cloud. Not the ribbon. Let's go ahead and throw on our cloud. And so we can take a peek here. I'm going to actually get rid of some of these. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of this right here. Perfect. All right. So if you're looking, saying, okay, David, fine. I'm going to get in at 51.34 cents. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put a limit order on that as well. On Aerodrome. Let's go isolated. Yes. Let's go 12x on this one too. We'll do another 500. And this one we want to get in at 51.45. 51.45. 51.45. We'll set our stop loss fairly tight. Let's go ahead and go here. We're going to target right below that VWAP band. That's also where our 26-day MA is. And we're going to set our stop loss right below, giving us around a 6-to-1 trade, okay? So we're going to put our stop loss at 49,009. Stop loss 0.49009. Nope. 0.49009. And we're going to put our TP in at, what was our TP? Our TP was 0.66710. Let's go 0.66710. And that would be a very nice trade. So I'm gonna go.
I'm looking at Aerodrome on the 30-minute here, and it tapped its lower band, its lower VWAP band, and it went and it rejected it, and now it's sitting at kind of like that doji candle, that indecisive candle, that spinning top.
I think you're gonna get a lot of bids at 51, man.
Yeah,
really
I mean, yeah, you could be completely right. I'm just looking here from my perspective at what I would be looking at. But yeah, I agree that it could push right up to where you're talking about, and yeah, I was just showing you guys what I was seeing up here.
Yeah. So for me, not only will I be trading Aerodrome, but I'll be buying it for my spot bags as well. I don't know.
I like Aerodrome. I have been looking at this chart a lot more recently. It's a nice chart, especially on the lower time frames. It gives me some pretty good price action usually, and
it's not I mean, obviously price is driven by hype to some extent, but it's not all driven by hype. There's actual utility behind Aerodrome and their token.
Yeah.
And so if you get in a scenario or an ideal scenario where you tap in at that 51-cent level, and I don't know, the flywheel of the Aerodrome tokenomics start going, or as big news happens, which, let's just face it, big news hasn't done shit for the markets over the last 6 months. Let's be honest. Yeah. But maybe it's utility driven and the price starts to run. You could very well tap in. And we're talking about, that was what, a $1,500 profit? 6.5 to 1. Pretty good on Aerodrome. Anything else you got your eye on, man?
Just going through everything here. Everything's starting to go like moving a downtrend or chop. Bitcoin came up. It made a daily high, actually. And now it's moving down and chopping. Moved down, made a little bit of a move up. Now it's just chopping. So everything else is really chopping with it. So right now I'm just kind of chilling. I mean, this could obviously break straight through here on Asia Open. That will be what I'll be waiting for. Is Asia Open. This is a nice trend line right here. And we could get a push right through this and make a change of character, or I don't know. It could continue to just chop and make lower highs and higher highs and stuff like that, and then upon Asia Open, I mean, they don't really give a f about Bitcoin usually, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that range. So I have Bitcoin on mine as well. Let's get rid of. That range is getting tight, right? And let me get rid of Market Cipher. So this range is getting tight.
Yeah.
Okay, you can call this a symmetrical triangle. And it looks like, actually, is this thing breaking down right now?
Yeah.
It is. Look at that. When you look at this, are you okay? So here's my play on the 1 minute. Okay, I want to see a close here, and I want to get in on a retest because this thing is just literally breaking down right now. It's below 86K. Okay, so we're gonna try to enter in at around 86,081. Let's go ahead and do that now. Sell short, limit order. We'll go 90 contracts here on my Coinbase account. Actually, let's go 92 contracts. $1,800. We're gonna go. Oh, this thing is, I don't even know if it's going to get a retest. 86.04, because there's about a $20 difference. 86.040. We'll do our TP here on Bitcoin. I want to set my take profit at around 85,550. Let's go TP 85,550. That would be another $450 trade. And my stop loss is going to be very, very tight. We're going to go 86,185. And let's go.
Yeah, that's.
Bam. Okay. So that's an open order right now. Let's go in here. Open order.
Yeah, we'll see if we get to retest. I mean, it looks like it's running. Actually, you're getting a push up to the upside right now as we speak.
That's what I'm saying. I think
a little move up there. I think it could get tapped in. I mean, if I was to trade this right here, fair value gap,
Did that trade go in? No, it did not. What
Big
happened?
big money for a value gap right here. It could tap this midsection and push right back out. So
Yeah, my trade didn't tap in. Let's go ahead and do that.
well, it's on a nice big move up right now as we speak.
We're gonna go 85 for 540, and then we said our TP was 86 185. Okay, 500 is 105, 9 contracts, limit order. Let's see. And we're seeing this happen in real time. It would have gone tapped in. Why didn't the trade go through, man? So it's at 86,060. Let's see if we can get it tapped in right now.
Yeah, and it's rejecting down right now.
Why I'm so mad because that trade.
Yeah, that's a nice trade to grab right there. Solana would have done a similar thing.
Oh, I do have. Okay, it did get in 86,040, 86,185, 85,510. Okay, so we did actually enter into the trade. Take a look at this.
Good thing you didn't just make another one on accident.
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah. So I got in at 92 contract. It filled very fast. Damn. Okay, so currently at 85,960, we are in the profit. We're expecting this thing to dump again, and so
Yep.
yeah, if you're watching, I don't know if you're following along, but looks like it's going to play out. If not, that's okay. We have a pretty tight stop loss. We're going to mitigate our losses as Bitcoin currently is at 85,965. Stop loss 86,185. I might adjust that to above this midline at 86,318. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's cancel this. Let's go ahead and put in a new TP. Add new order for 92 contracts. Stop loss 86,315 and 85,455. Okay, we're gonna add that stop loss there, and we'll see because maybe it runs back up to this Bollinger midline here at 86,278.
And then push it.
I don't want to get stopped out on the wick, and it looks like it is pushing to the upside. And if we would have kept that stop loss in, we would have gotten stopped out, but we'll see. And you can see here it is coming back up. We're hoping it gets rejected at the top end of this trend line, which it should. If it doesn't, then this is a deviation. You can see on the 1 minute it is rejecting, going back down.
Yep.
So we'll see. That trade is in. Set it and forget it. 86,315 is my stop loss. 85,450 is my TP. If I hit that TP, I'll make another $500 for the day, which will bring my total up to around $800. Not bad for a Monday, then where everything.
You've also got some other trades going on, so you could make X amount of money on.
True, if we get tapped in, yes.
Yeah, right.
On Aerodrome and on ICP, we'll see if we get tapped in. That's all I got, man. You got anything else?
No.
No? Beautiful. Want to thank you all for watching. We're going to be doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, although this Wednesday we might be moving it to tomorrow. But to keep it simple, just have your notification bell on, and subscribe to the channel, and you guys will know when we're going live. Until next time, peace.